Hello, everybody, and welcome to the UKG Squad Ground Show. Yeah, we do this every Friday, and I'm excited to see you guys. How you doing? How you feeling? It's been a long week. No club football this weekend. I don't like international breaks, to be honest. But hey, we are here. We are live. And today we are going to discuss about United's midfield search. It's getting crazy. There's a lot of chaos squad ground regarding United looking for a new midfielder. Yeah, United want a new midfielder. We know United need a new midfielder. United are desperate to get a new midfielder. So, which options are United going for? We've had a lot of names being linked to United. The rumor mill is always going on and on and on when it comes to Manchester United. But we are going to look at the midfield targets. Who are United targeting? Who do United want? And of course, as usual, get involved in the comment section. Have your say. Let me hear what you think about the rumors. We are going to go through the rumors, have a look at what United are looking at. We have the likes of Baleba, Angelo Stiller, Joe Gomez of Wolves has also been linked with United, as well as Elliot Anderson. We have a lot of names that have been linked to United. Some rumors stating that United won't be active in the January transfer window. Other guys coming out to say no, not really. United will try to sign a midfielder in January. A lot of top journalists coming to say most likely midfield targets will, or midfield signings will happen in the summer transfer window. So yeah, that's the chaos on the ground. So get involved in the comment section. Make sure you also share the stream, get more people to join. Unfortunately, yesterday we were unable to do the live watch along of the Nigeria versus Gabon game. But yeah, sometimes things don't work the way we want them to work. So today, as usual, as I've mentioned, chaos squad ground. So United have been linked with a couple of midfield targets. We know that United have an issue when it comes to midfield. Currently, we don't have good options there. In the starting 11, we always know it will be Casemiro, Uncle Kase, or Ank Kase. We have Bruno, who's also there. And the likes of Kobbie, mine, were not getting game time. Ugarte plays. We know how Ugarte plays. He's not still good enough to play for United. And when we signed United, or when United signed United, we thought that, personally, I also thought that Ugarte would solve our midfield problems. But it hasn't happened. I don't know what's going on with Ugarte. The performances have not been quite good. It's been quite horrendous, to be honest. And United can't challenge for even top 4 with that midfield. We know that Bruno and Kobbie have been fighting for the same place. Amorim has been quite insistent on that. He has repeated that a couple of times, that Kobbie has to fight for his place with Bruno. On Wednesday, during the UKG midweek debate, we mentioned with Casey. Casey mentioned that he would prefer to have Bruno over Kobbie. I also will do the same. If it were up to you, if you were asked, would you have Kobbie over Bruno? What's your answer? Now, when it comes to defensive midfield, we know that Kobbie cannot do a good job there. Yeah, he can. He can probably perform as a defensive midfielder. And that means that whenever we see Casemiro go to the bench, because Amorim always substitutes Casemiro at around 60th minute, 70th minute there, then Kobbie will come on and not play as a box-to-box like Bruno, like we know that Kobbie is good at playing box-to-box. Probably he sticks behind, becomes a defensive midfielder. We know that whenever Casemiro comes off for United, whenever Casemiro is substituted, there is an issue in that midfield. And United need to do something, either in January or in the summer. So I also want you to let me know in the comment section. In case United don't sign a midfielder in January, do you think that United will be able to compete for the Champions League? Because the club is aiming for Champions League positions. Simple as that. They know with Champions League football there is more money. It will be easy to attract big targets. And right now, the rumor mill is churning. The rumor mill is running. It's turning. A lot of news here and there. Midfield targets everywhere. A couple of left-sided midfielders, left-sided defenders, left-sided or left wing backs have also been linked with United. But today's discussion about the chaos on the ground is about midfield. So United have been linked with a couple of midfielders. 1 week it's Baleba, the other week is Elliot Anderson, another week is Angelo Stiller. The whole of this week it's been about Joao Gomez of Wolves, as well as why am I zoning out? I think that comment distracted me. Yeah, so we've been linked with Joao Gomez the entire week, as well as Javi Guerra. Yeah, there is the name. Sorry guys for zoning out. I think I'm looking so much at the comments instead of looking at the camera. So yeah, Javi Guerra has been linked with United the whole week. It's a new name, not mentioned before, and it has been added to the list. Carlos Baleba, Ben Jacobs was on the United stand and gave an update about Baleba. He was saying that Baleba has basically agreed to move to United. United have made all the proper steps to make sure they get Baleba, but that move will happen in January. You remember there was a time United were linked with Conor Gallagher, whether it's a loan move, whether it's a permanent move. And then reports came out that Amorim does not want to have any loan moves happening at all. Amorim is looking for a long-term fix, not a short-term fix. Part of the problem that United have at the moment is the fact that Mbumo is going to AFCON, as well as Ahmad, as well as Mazraoui. So that means that Bruno will have to play as a 10, and that leaves space for the midfield. Will Kobbie play? It's yet to be seen. Reports are also stating that Real Madrid want Kobbie. It's yet to be established. I've dug deep. I've researched. I've looked at all credible sources, and none of them have actually said yes, Real Madrid are interested in him. It's just like tier 3, tier 4 kind of sources coming out to say that Real Madrid want Kobbie. But a lot of sources are stating more or less that West Ham are interested in taking Kobbie on loan in January. United are yet to establish whether to send Kobbie out on loan. Kobbie is a midfielder that needs to play. I love Kobbie. I love how he plays. Other than Rashford and Garnacho, he's our finest academy graduate, or United's finest academy graduate, and he needs to be playing. You look at the midfield targets that have been linked with United. Some of the cheaper options are like Javi Guerra, Joao Gomez, Angelo Stiller. Those are below 60 million pounds. You look at Baleba, you look at Wharton, you look at Elliot, you are talking about 100+ million kind of signings. Ben Jacobs, of course, mentioned about Elliot Anderson and said that, Forest are willing to do the deal, but not in January. And Elliot Anderson is cheaper. He's cheaper than the 120 million that we are seeing floating around online. So the question will be, and to you as well, I'm already seeing comments coming in. Who would you want to sign? Do you think that Elliot Anderson is worth 120 million? Baleba, guys were excited. I was also excited over the summer transfer window. The possibility of signing Baleba by deadline day, it didn't happen. And after that, Baleba has not been playing well. And it seems that most fans have also given up on him based on the recent performances. So should United still continue with the Baleba pursuit? We've had top-tier journalists coming out and saying that there is a huge possibility the Baleba deal would happen in summer or during the summer window. And a lot of the names that have been linked as a possibility for the January transfer window include Conor Gallagher, include Joao Gomez, also Javi Guerra, because those are quick deals around 40, 50, 60 million and can be done in January. And we know United are targeting 2 to 3 midfielders. So it means that United are doing an overhaul of the midfield. There is a huge possibility we might not see Casemiro next season. We might not see Bruno. We might not see Kobbie. We might not see Ugarte. Some of the internal options that United have, like Sekou Kone, they will be sent out on loan in January. Because Sekou Kone has been training with the first team after coming back from his injury. But it seems the club will send Kone out on loan. Of course, we have other midfielders that are out on loan. We have other left backs like Amas who are out on loan. And United have been linked with a host of names. One of the things I know about United, before I read the comments, I'm seeing a couple of comments, is that whenever the transfer window is closed, agents will offer their players to United. They will come out and say, hey, my client is available, sign him. Agents will use United as well to get their clients to get a better contract, to get a better deal. It has happened before. Lots of times. Agents use United to get a better move for the player, or to get them a big contract with their current club. It has happened before. So most of these names we are seeing, they might not even be concrete. They might not be concrete. So let me read some of the comments. Thanks for everyone who's commenting. Get involved in the comment section. A lot of activity on TikTok. Also guys on Kick, guys on Twitch, guys on Facebook, YouTube. Also get involved. As well as join the WhatsApp group. There is a QR code that is running here at the bottom. Right now is a QR code for YouTube. We want to get to 500 subscribers as soon as possible. As you see, we are at 135. So make sure you also subscribe to our YouTube channel. So some of the comments. J.I.A. I believe it's the first time I'm seeing you in the comment section. Karibu sana, feel at home. Welcome to the UKG platform. I always love seeing new people watching the stream or even following the stream. You don't even have to follow. You don't have to follow the platform. You don't have to follow the account. But the fact that you're here, you're active, karibu sana, feel at home. So Gia, you're saying currently most teams will not do sales of their players in January window. True. The January transfer window is usually very tricky. Very tricky. A lot of teams won't do it. As well as considering that it's a World Cup year, players might not risk taking moves, because players might come to United and not perform well. Players might move to another club, not perform well. Players might move to another club, start from the bench. And if a player is currently playing, they might look at their chances and say, hey, let me just play. After the World Cup, I'll seek the move. Simple as that. Some players might say, probably the World Cup will give me a much better move. So instead of going to United, I might get a move to, let's say, Real. I might get a move to even Arsenal or Liverpool. Because right now, those English clubs are performing better than United. So some agents might tell their players, hey, let's just tease a bit to see the interest, but we are not moving now. And as Gia has mentioned there, teams are usually not willing to sell their players in January because it affects their performance. For example, Semenyo, there are rumors that Semenyo has indicated he wants to leave Bournemouth in January. Probably he's eyeing a move to a bigger club like Liverpool, like United, or even Real, or even Barcelona, Bayern. Because he looks at those teams and he's like, I know I'm good enough. And if, of course, I go to a big club, automatically I'll get a call-up, because we know how African teams operate. If a player plays for a big club, there are chances that they will have the national team call him. Papa, good to see you, one of the UKG legends. He said, Joao Gomez plays as Kobbie. I wouldn't need him if Amorim trusts Mino in the future. True. There is a key point there. If Amorim trusts Mino in the future, I do believe Amorim has a plan for Kobbie. My thinking is, or my belief is, Kobbie right now does not have good options to play with him in midfield. Because you look at Casemiro, he can't play with Casemiro, but that means Bruno moves up. So with AFCON coming up, that could be an option. Kobbie might move to midfield. Bruno moves to Mbumo's position as right 10. And then you have a midfield of Casemiro and Kobbie. That's probably why Amorim has been asking him to train hard, to make sure he performs, to make sure that he's on form in training, so that when AFCON happens, Kobbie can come on and play as a midfielder, and then Bruno moves up top. Or Kobbie can be played as one of the 10s. It can happen. Joao Gomez is more or less a similar profile to Kobbie, but he has a bit more of better defensive play compared to Kobbie. The unfortunate thing about Kobbie and judging his performance is it's the fact that he doesn't play a lot of games. So it's difficult to know whether Kobbie will perform well unless he actually gets to play. When he came on versus City, he did perform well. He got out of a very, very tricky situation with dribbles, and he was able to pass the ball. But now looking at Amorim's system, Amorim's way of playing, the midfielders need to have that sort of zonal marking, zonal presence when it comes to the press, when it comes to delaying play. And Kobbie has been suspect in some of those plays. Gia, you're saying if they do it, it will be a bit expensive, and we know the United tax will most likely not buy. True. There are rumors, there are reports stating that the board has availed 110 million for the January transfer window, but it's just news, it's just reports, it's just rumors. We can't really verify, and I don't think the club will be foolish enough to go out there and give journalists news that we have 200 million in the chest or we have 110 million in the chest. No, because it's like you going to the market, you're looking for a pair of jeans or you're looking for a pair of shoes, and you're walking into the market shouting that you have X amount of money. Of course, the vendor will sell you at a high price because you've already told them that you have the amount to pay or you have a lot of money to spend. So if United, yes, have been saying, or they sent out that report that we have 110 million to spend, of course, as Gia has said there, teams will overprice. Ben Jacobs came out to say that Elliot Anderson might be cheaper than the 100 million. There are also reports that Hulman, the Sporting midfielder, might be available for around 50-60, because there is a contract clause for him to go up for around 80-90 between June 1st and June 15th. No, basically between June 1st and June 15th, he can go for 30 million less. Let me just put that correct. Between June 1st and June 15th, he can be bought for less than 30 million. Sorry, less the amount, the 90 million less 30. So he is available for around 50 to 60 million. Before the June 1st to June 15th window, that short period, those 2 weeks, you will have to buy him at a premium. As Gia has mentioned in the comments, if you go for a Baleba right now, you'll have to pay premium. You'll have to pay 100. If you go for Wharton right now, you won't be given for lesser than 100. Similar to Stiller, he might be quoted at around 40-50. But if you go for him in January, the club will tell the club, well, it's fine, we can sell him, but you'll have to get more money to buy him, because also they need to replace him. And we know the January window, how it is. A lot of deals don't happen in January. Simple as that. I'm really sad for Kobbie. It's not working out. Yeah, I'm a bit also sad for Kobbie. The reason as to why I'm saying I'm a bit sad for Kobbie is because he's not getting a lot of opportunities based on the game time. We have a few games, basically one game per week, until we get into the December, January, February period where games will be mainly because of the Christmas break, because of the FA Cup. Some of these players will have to be patient. Some of these players like Zaxi, Kobbie, Eden Heaven, Mason Mount to some extent, they'll have to be patient until United get more games. If United had midweek games, let's say in the European Cups, or Carabao Cup, we will see the likes of Kobbie, Ugarte, Zaxi playing more. He's just a victim of the fact that United are not playing a lot of games. So I feel sad for him a bit, but as well as it's a good opportunity for him to work hard. You look at Casemiro, we mentioned him in the midweek debate. He worked hard. And now he's starting all games. You look at Maguire, worked hard. He's getting opportunities. He might not play all games, but he's getting opportunities. So it's him to actually work hard, such that whenever United need him, he comes on and performs well. Zaxi has not been playing a lot, but what happened when he came on in the Nottingham Forest game? Sorry, in the Tottenham game. Is it? No, Nottingham Forest game. Yeah, or in the Brighton game. So these players need to also take those opportunities. When they come on, they actually show that they deserve to play. As well as with Mbumo going, Ahmad going, there will be opportunities to play. So they just need to be patient, not be sad about it, not cause a fuss about it on social media. And Zaxi and Kobbie have been very, very professional with that. Papa, you are saying Baleba and Anderson will be awesome combo since Anderson will be useful in tight spaces and ball retention. Yeah. Gia, you are saying I'm still Team Baleba. His performance recently is, of course, unfortunate. United and Brighton, not to worry. I think the comment has been slashed a bit, but I get what you are saying. Oh, we have a new squad member. Guys, we have a new squad member, Kimani, thanks for joining the UKG Squad via TikTok. I think, Gia, you finished the statement. It's saying United and Brighton not working. Yeah, but Baleba is just having that dip in form. I keep mentioning that United fans usually expect perfection in everything. They expect the players to be 10 out of 10 in every games. They expect players to be perfect in everything. And life doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. Cows and goats, long time since I saw you. Mount covers for Bruno quite easily. Unfortunately, Dalot is going to play right wing back during AFCON. Yes, because we don't have options. If we are honest, we don't have options. Because Mazraoui is going, Ahmad is going. The only other wing-back options we have is Dogu, Dalot. Those are the only options. Luke Shaw, I'm not really confident about him playing as a left wing-back because I don't think he has the legs to run up and down or the fitness. Diego Leon, he might now come on as a substitute for Dogu or Dalot. Harry Amas won't be recalled in January. So you look at the options we have in the wing-back positions, there are very few. And I believe in the summer, United are going to look for wing-back options. As much as United are going to look for midfielders as a priority, I also believe that United are going to look for wing-backs. There is the left-back from Borussia Dortmund. I think the name is a bit difficult to pronounce, but they are looking at him. They want to sign him. It might happen even in January. Who knows? Probably United won't go for a midfielder in January. They might go for a left back, a right back, because they are still assessing their options. Gia, you're saying Cameroon failed to qualify for the World Cup. Hope you've seen it. Actually, I didn't see it, but that's good. That's good. Yeah, I haven't been online the whole day, but it's good. It's good. Another new member. Is it Clay E or Clay? Let's say Clay. Clay has also joined the UKG squad. Karibu sana. So, yeah, if Cameroon didn't qualify, one thing about me is I don't like international football. I don't know why. Let me confirm. Cameroon, if they didn't qualify, that's good for us, honestly. Ooh, they were beaten by DR Congo 1-0 in the semis. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Should we laugh or cry? Because Cameroon is one of the biggest teams. This AFCON won't be interesting. And guys were saying Onana should do something. So that's good. That's good. If Cameroon didn't qualify, it's good. It's good. It's good, to be honest. So this AFCON will be interesting. So Baleba will be going to AFCON. Yeah. I'm sure these guys are sad. Nigeria in the final of the African playoffs of 2026 World Cup. The Leopards captain ghosted away from his marker to convert Brian Chipenga's deep corner in the first minute of stoppage time and upset the 5-time continental champions. Cameroon goalkeeper Andre Onana pulled off a fine line low save to deny Cedric Bakambu. On the hour mark, 5 minutes later, Brian Bumo shot narrowly wide for the Indomitable. So if Bumo is available, that's good for us. Thanks, Gia, for letting me know. That's good for us. I'm happy. At least Mbumo is available. Yeah, so back to the midfielder search. We do know that Baleba is one of the key players that United have been looking at. Because Christopher Vivell likes him, Amorim likes him, Jason Wilcox likes him, and as you see, Ben Jacobs there stated that United have completed all the groundwork for a move for Baleba and already secured the player's approval. A summer transfer is considered a real possibility. So Baleba, if it were to happen, it will only happen in the summer. Most of these midfield signings will happen in the summer. It will be, honestly, it will be difficult. It will be difficult to see midfielders being signed in January. You look at even United's history in the January transfer window, they make 1 or 2 signings, and they are not expensive signings. You can go all the way back to Vidic, to Evra, recently Dogu. United don't really delve into the January transfer market. That being said, the options that have been linked with United are quite good. If we are honest. They are quite good. Even Joe Gomez from Wolves, that's a good option. One of the things I wanted to mention as part of the Chaos Squad ground this week is the Semenyo news. I don't know why I don't believe the rumors. I don't know why I don't believe the rumors that Semenyo has asked to move in January. It's quite odd because Bournemouth are performing well. In fact, if I look at Bournemouth's position, they are performing well. So why would and right now he's their best player. So why would he ask for a move in January? Because Bournemouth right now are ninth on 18 points level with Liverpool. So why would Semenyo ask for a move in January? Of course, if United sign him, I will be happy. But that's subject to him accepting to play as a left wing back. But I don't know. Let me know what you think, guys. Do you think these Semenyo rumors are true, or is just rumors for the sake of rumors? Because he also signed a new deal over the summer when the move to United didn't materialize. Also, United have been linked with Mark Guehi from Crystal Palace. But Mark Guehi is wanting a move to Liverpool. Because he was supposed to go there. He didn't move. It didn't happen. But these Semenyo rumors, honestly, guys, I don't think it will happen. Because I'm like, why will he ask to move? He's performing well at Bournemouth. Bournemouth are also performing well. So why will he ask to move? He's not in a team that is in the relegation zone. He's not in a team that is not getting opportunities. So why will he ask him to move? We also seeing rumors of Borussia Dortmund midfielders that are not getting game time and are not getting they're not in good terms with the manager, and they are being linked with United. Vinicius Jr. has been linked with United. Remember I mentioned that most of these agents will link their players to United because they know United is a big name. They know United. Once you're linked with United, it's easy for other suitors to come in and bid, simply because it's Manchester United who have been mentioned. The other thing I mentioned quite a lot in the past is when the scouts are looking for targets, they have a list. They have option A all the way to the last option. Let's say option Z, option Z, however you pronounce it. You might find some of these players that we are seeing are on that list, but it does not necessarily mean that United will go sign all of them. No. United might have 10 options and want to sign one. Clubs usually have like 10 options, they sign one. And you find that most of those players that are heavily linked are among the top options. For example, when United were linked with Cunha was the top option. When United were linked with Delap was the top option, then Boom option 2, or Sheshko option 3, something like that. You remember there was a time we even had a live between Watson and between Sheshko. Who would you want? So clubs do have options. You remember there was Gyökeres chose Arsenal. You might find that United had Victor Gyökeres as option 1. So you might look at this list, you find that Wharton is probably option 2 to Baleba. You might find that Elliot Anderson is option, let's say 3 to Baleba. Angelo Stiller, let's say option 4. Joe Gomez, let's say option 10. So it does not necessarily mean that if United are linked with all these players that United are going to go for them. No, it means that if option A doesn't materialize, what other options do we have? Yeah. Gia, you're saying Adeyemi. Yeah, Karim Adeyemi from Borussia Dortmund has been linked with United as well. So we have a list of around 10 midfielders. I think what I'll do in the next live, we'll just have a list of targets. Just have them on screen from the first one to the last one. So Adeyemi will complete with Cunha very well, but Jorge Mendes is the agent. There are reports that United have contacted Jorge Mendes. Jorge Mendes has a good relationship with United ever since the Ronaldo Nani deals when Fergie was here. And he might make the deal happen because we know that Karim Adeyemi is not having a good relationship with the manager at Dortmund, and he's a good option. He's a good option. As I said, these are the options that are linked with United. These are the options that are linked with United. At the end of the day, I just want to make sure. Why are the comments on YouTube not coming on? But anyway, I'll read them. So these options, you might find Karim Adeyemi is like option 11 or option 15 or option 20. The scouting department do their homework. They'll come out and say, these are the options that we can go for. So for example, we know since last summer or this past summer transfer window, Baleba was option 1. You look at the news back then, United were going for Baleba. It's just that they couldn't agree a deal with Brighton. So you might find Wharton is option 2, Anderson is option 3, Stiller is option 4, Joao Gomez is option 6, Karim Adeyemi probably is option 10. Because United have been linked with a host of midfielders. A host of them. And I believe in the next transfer window, it will all be about midfielders, because a lot of teams need midfielders. They need midfielders. You look at Real Madrid, they will want a midfielder. Barcelona will want a midfielder. Arsenal will want to add one more. You look at also City, they would want one more. You look at Liverpool, they will want a good defensive midfielder. Chelsea, they always delve into the transfer market, because Lavia is not reliable. So they might sell Lavia and get another midfielder. You look at Bayern, they're also wanting a new midfielder. You remember Bayern came in for Bruno, asked about him. They are interested in Kobbie. Real Madrid, there are those rumors about Kobbie. So the summer transfer window will be all about midfielders. So let me read some of the comments on YouTube. I don't know why the plugin didn't display comments on YouTube, but let me just read them. We have Jabuvas. Thanks for commenting on YouTube. You are saying, big up man, love the breakdown. Big up to you as well. Thanks for the compliment. Alitha Mueller, you are saying, saw an article somewhere about transfer procedure in Manchester United. Amorim wants to finished players, but the club wants young, talented players below 25. Case in point where Amorim didn't want Dogu and Lamens, but wanted Martinez and well-developed left wing back. Alitha, this is what I'll say. I completely agree with United. We've been messed. I almost used the bad word. We almost messed up. And we were messing up with allowing managers to sign the players they want. The last decade, we've been allowing, or let me not say we, because I had a lot of guys telling me I shouldn't say we. Let me say United have been signing players based on the manager's preference. And when things don't work out, they have a problem letting go of these players. You look at Chelsea. Chelsea are not signing players that Maresca wants. They are signing players that will work for the club. You look at top clubs, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern. They are not buying players that the manager wants. They are buying players that know will come and fit in the club. And in case it doesn't work out with the manager, they can easily let the manager go and continue working with the players. You look at the current squad we have, you can easily have a 4-3-3, you can easily have a 4-2-3-1, you can easily have a 4-4-2. For example, in a 4-2-3-1, you can have Cunha playing as the left-sided attacker, Mbumo playing as the right-sided attacker, you have Bruno playing as the 10, or you can have Cunha as the 10, Mbumo left, Ahmad right. These are good options. You look at Sheshko, good option. He can work with any system, any manager. We've been having issues where, for example, like Ten Hag, sold some of the best academy talents we have, sold some of the best players we had, and brought on players that didn't work well for the club. For example, Anthony. Paid a lot of money for him, didn't work out. He preferred to play Anthony over Ahmad. We almost lost Ahmad. You look at the fact that he let McTominay go. He let Fred go. And these are players right now who will have assisted us. Like Arsenal right now, they are also not signing players that Arteta wants. They are signing players that will come and elevate the club. You also look at Liverpool, you now start wondering, is it the manager who wanted those players, or is it the club who wanted the players? So I agree to an extent where the club are signing players based on performance. Right now, United have a very good scouting department. They have a very good data department, and they are using the data metrics to look for players, not necessarily star names, not necessarily Premier League proven, but will come in and perform. You look at the data that they used to sign Mbumo. That's a good example of how the scouting department now works. You look at Christopher Vivell, Wilcox pushing for Lamens. Right now, I don't think there's anyone regretting that we got Lamens at the moment, because he's 23. Lamens is 23. He's not even at the goalkeeper prime age. We know that goalkeepers get to their prime in the late 20s, a 30-year-old. Lamens is 23. He can be like our next De Gea, who plays for the club for 10 years. He can be the next Courtois. Because he's young, he's performing at a high level. So if you look at Martinez, if United did sign Martinez, then they are going to look for another goalkeeper in the next 3, 4, 5 years. Yeah. So you're asking, Ray Julius, you're asking which data did they use to sign Šeško? I don't know, because I don't work there. But you look at the scouting department, one of the things that made United sack, again with names, what was his name? Ashworth. One of the things that made United sack Ashworth is because his system of scouting players was not good enough. So United set up a new scouting department. One thing I can tell you, I can't tell you which particular data they used, but I can tell you the data probably they used, because I'm not certain which data they used. So most of the time when the scouting departments do their analysis, they look at efficiency, they look at his injury record. Is this a player that will come and always be injured? For example, Mason Mount, we can say he's not effective because he's always injured. You look at Luke Shaw, similar after the injury. United should have let him go a long time ago. So some of the data that they use is, for example, availability, efficiency, injury history. Right now, United are also doing background checks. Like, is this a player who will come to United and not be able to handle the pressure, or he will go to social media, start posting stuff? Other data, for example, if it's Šeško, Ray Julius, you're asking, they will ask about efficiency, GA, shots on target, shots off target. How many shots does he get per game in terms of runs, in terms of aerial duels? On Monday, I did a whole show about the data, just data I dug about Šeško comparing to Højlund, comparing to Haaland, comparing to Isak, comparing to Salah. So Julius, if you have time, go to YouTube and watch that show we did on Monday. You look at Šeško, he has similar efficiency to Salah, similar efficiency to Haaland. He has an efficiency of 1. So basically an efficiency of 1, I did data about for every 5 shots, they will score 1 goal. Last season, Salah, Isak, Haaland, and Šeško had pretty much similar efficiency. For every 5 shots they took, 1 of them was a goal. This season, he has a 0.55 efficiency compared to Salah, who has a 0.6, compared to Haaland, who has a 1.6, because Haaland right now is one of the most efficient forwards in the world. I did mention that a very good forward, one of the best forwards in the world, may it be Messi, may it be Ronaldo, usually have an efficiency of 2 or 3 for every 5 shots. So every 5 shots they take on goal, they score 2 goals. And that's why you see Messi, you see Ronaldo have those crazy numbers. So Haaland right now is one of the most lethal forwards in the world and has an efficiency of 1.6 this season. Last season he had 1. Salah last season was the top scorer with 29 goals and he had an efficiency of I think 1.2. So if you round off, is 1. Šeško had an efficiency of 1.00 at the Bundesliga. So if Ray Julius, that's the question you are asking, then probably they were using such data: efficiency, number of shots on goal, number of shots on target, defensive play. Is he going to win aerial duels? Is he going to win tackles? How many times does he dribble past players? What is his speed if running on goal? So that's the sort of data, my thinking. I don't know the data United use, but just from public sources, that's the data I'm thinking that United use for scouting. So I hope Ray Julius have answered that question. Some of the comments here is, oh, Magnifico, thanks for joining the UKG Squad on TikTok. Let's see. Braza, you're saying Manchester United should buy Elliot Anderson, Gomez from Wolves, and Angelo Stiller, sell Ugarte, Casemiro, etc. Yeah, one thing I'm sure of. One thing I'm sure of is United are going to overhaul the midfield. The same way they did overhaul the attacking, getting rid of Rashford, Garnacho, Anthony, and getting a new front three. United will do the same in midfield. And I wouldn't be shocked to see Bruno being sold. Even Kobbie. I wouldn't be shocked if Kobbie is sold. Because Kobbie would be pure profit. Yeah, we might regret. We will regret when we sell Kobbie. But if you sell Kobbie, let's say for 60, 70, 80, 90 million, that's pure profit. For example, if you sell him for 90 million, that means you can spend close to 150, 200 million comfortably based on PSR rules. And that, let's say, if PSR allow around 150 million, you can easily get 2-3 midfielders from that amount. So don't be shocked, because if Bruno, let's say, is sold at 70, Kobbie is sold at 90 or even 80, 70, 60, it means that based on PSR, United can go and spend around 200, 300 million. And it's a sacrifice that, as United fans, we have to accept. Sometimes you have to let go of some of your good players to build a better squad. It happens. You remember how Liverpool rebuilt their squad under Klopp? They let go of some of their good players. They let go of Coutinho, for example. And that money assisted them. That money helped them to build the squad they have now. So, for me, I say the most important thing is not a player. It's not who I like. It's not who I love. It's the club. It's this badge, the United badge. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. It's not about Cheshko. It's not about Mbumo. It's not about, as a fan, I'll lament. I'll come out and say, oh, we should have kept him. Like the way I kept saying, we should have kept Højlund, because I believed Højlund this season would have performed better. But if it means that we get, or United get 45 million for Højlund, and it means that PSR-wise we can spend 60 million on another player, why not? I love Kobbie. I absolutely love Kobbie. I love Bruno. I love Casemiro. I love all those players. But what's the point of keeping those players and United are not winning trophies? United are not winning leagues. If it means we sell Bruno and Kobbie, and we get the listed players here, we get Anderson, we get Baleba, we get Stiller, we get, let's say, 3 good midfielders, 4 good midfielders that can be able to challenge for the Premier League, challenge for the Champions League, challenge for the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and we actually win them. Why not? Why not? There should be a key difference between Player FC and Manchester United FC or Club FC fans. There should be. We love players. Absolutely. Without the players, there is no club. I love Kobbie. I love Bruno. But if it's a sacrifice that the club have to make for United to go to the next level, let's say Arsenal are on 25 points, United are on 24, without Bruno and Kobbie, that's much better for me, rather than keeping players we love and we are not even challenging for titles. I would rather we sell them, they go perform elsewhere, we regret, but we get players that will come and perform. But it's a what-if kind of situation. We might sell Bruno and Kobbie, and the players we get don't perform. It's a possibility. We sell them, they don't perform. The new players don't perform. Or we keep them, and the players we've kept, they don't perform as well. So at the end of the day, it's a risk. No new signing is ever a guarantee. For example, everyone thought that Cunha would perform better than Mbumo. But Mbumo is performing way better than Cunha. And that's a fact. No signing is a guarantee. Florian Wirtz, Alexander Isak, bought for hundreds of millions. No guarantee. No guarantee at all. Yeah, so it happens. You might sign a player, they can't perform. You might sign a player, not perform. For example, you might say Elliot Anderson and Angelo Stiller are better than Wharton and Baleba. They come to United, they don't perform. Like Elliot Anderson, one thing I know about the English media, they will hype a player. The English media will hype a player, you think that he's the next Iniesta. You think then he's the next Javi. You remember the likes of Walcott? You remember them? Yeah, hype them up. Made them look like superstars. You remember Grealish? Hype them. Made them look like world-class players. Made them look like world beaters. And then all of a sudden, you remember Wilshere, Jack Wilshere. The English media were saying he's the next Xavi. He's better than Iniesta. He's better than Xavi. He's better than Paul Scholes. He's better than Gerrard. He's better than all those players. But what happened to Wilshere? Just fell off. Fell off. Last season, everyone was raving, hyping Baleba. This season, right now, Elliot Anderson is the darling of the media. The next few weeks, if he doesn't perform, everyone will start saying that United dodged a bullet, the same way we are saying about Baleba. So, I trust the scouting department. They'll make the right decisions. You look at the signing of the Ligt, the signing of Mazraoui, the signing of Eden Heaven, Lenny Yoro. Those are good players. The scouting department did a good job. Mbumo, good job. Sheshko, yes, he's not yet there, but the Brighton game gave me hope. Sheshko was one of the best players versus Brighton. Yeah, so it's a risk. Every signing is a risk. Gia, you're saying Wharton is a good player. Oh, I forgot to mention Braza. I think it's the first time I'm seeing you also commenting. Karibu sana. Gia, you're saying Wharton is a good player in carrying the ball forward, but I'm just not convinced with his defending. United needs two profiles. We need a ball carrier and you need a destroyer. United need a ball carrier like Wharton, like Baleba, and they need a destroyer like Anderson. A ball carrier like Stiller, and they need a destroyer. The pivot needs to be complementary. One destroys, one creates, or one carries the ball. Right now, United don't have a player who can go back to defense, carry the ball, bring it forward. That's why you see Amorim plays long balls. Tacticals are making a lot of noise for it, but he has to. Because whenever United try to play the ball from the back, United are slaughtered. Because we don't have a ball carrier. Bruno is not a ball carrier. Casemiro is not a ball carrier. The only ball carrier we have is Kobbie. If you play Kobbie, who's the next destroyer? The only destroyer we have is Casemiro. Now it brings that dilemma, that conundrum. You've played Casemiro, you've played Kobbie. Where does Bruno play? Because Bruno is United's best creator at the moment. Whenever you take Bruno out of the game, United don't perform. If you've noticed, if Bruno does not have a good game, United don't have a good game. When Bruno has a good game, for example, Liverpool, for example, Chelsea, United perform well. So as much as we cry that Kobbie needs to come on for Bruno, just notice, whenever Bruno is not having a good game, for example, Brentford, for example, Tottenham, for example, Nottingham Forest second half, United don't play well. So United need two profiles, a ball carrier and a destroyer. You go back, way back to Fergie's time, Paul Scholes was the ball carrier. Roy Keane or Carrick or Fletcher, they were destroyers. Anderson was also a destroyer. You look at Ji-Sung Park, he was also a destroyer. And then there is someone who picks the ball, pings passes, carries from defense to attack. United don't have that for that now. So when you look at these names, don't just look at the names based on the compilations you see on YouTube. Oh, they are passing, they are assisting, they are tackling. No, look at their profiles. Is Anderson a destroyer? Is Wharton a destroyer? Is Baleba a destroyer? Is Baleba a ball carrier? Yes, he is. Is Wharton a ball carrier? Yes, he is. Is Anderson a ball carrier? And partly, yes. But he's better at destroying play. He's better at distracting play in midfield. Is Angelo Stiller a destroyer? No. Is he a ball carrier? Yes. So those are the things that you look at when you are looking at a player. So let me read a few comments before we end the show. Alitha, you are saying buying talent is a risk. Ask Mourinho. They either hit or never hit. Every signing, whether it's even a guaranteed star, is a risk. Every signing is a risk. Let me tell you, even if you buy the best players in the world, it's a risk. They might come to your club and not perform at all. They might come to your club and perform. It's always a risk. Every signing is a risk. It's a hope. Whenever you are signing a player, it's a hope that this player will come and fit in. United have signed a lot of players and didn't work out. A lot of them didn't work out. You remember Mikel Silvestre? One of the top players back then, didn't work out. Went to Arsenal, worked out. It happens like that. Look at Hazard, Eden Hazard. Before he went to Real Madrid, he was the best player in the world, one of the best players. In fact, he was number 3 after Messi and Ronaldo. Went to Real Madrid. What happened? Didn't work out. Some players will work out, some won't. Simple as that. Look at Delap. Last season, he was one of the best strikers in the Premier League at Ipswich. Went to Chelsea. It's not working out. So every signing is a risk. Whether it's a young talent, whether it's a seasoned player, sometimes it doesn't work out. Angelo Stiller and Baleba will be good options. Again, Gia profiles. Those are two similar profiles. If you play that sort of midfield, you will still have a hole. Baleba, yeah, partly he's a destroyer, he's a good tackler, he's all that. He's a good ball carrier. He might seem all-rounded. But if you put Angelo Stiller and Baleba, it's more or less you're putting similar profiles. It's like playing 2 Brunos or playing 2 Casemiros. But trust me, United right now need a mean midfielder. Someone who will go there and destroy play and have good passing. Because Ugarte is good at destroying play. He's good at disrupting play. But he's not good in terms of passing. We need those 2 profiles. Let's see. Otis Joff, thanks for joining the UKG squad on TikTok. Harry Amas is really doing well at Sheffield, and that's good. And I hope United continue doing that. Back in Fergie's days, such players used to go out on loan. You remember Welbeck. You remember all those players. They used to go out on loan and then they get game time at United. They were not coming from United Academy direct and getting first team football. They had to work hard to get into the United first team. You look at Ahmad, the fact that he went to Rangers and Sunderland on loan, that's why Ahmad is performing well. You look at Garnacho, if he went out on loan and came to United, we will still be having him. He will be having these attitude issues, these temperaments and all that. So Harry Amas, that loan is good for him. And I hope that Sekou Kone, as they are saying, is going out on loan in January, is good. Because if Sekou Kone goes out on loan in January, means that he will get first team experience elsewhere. He will know how to work hard. He will have the work ethic and come and perform for the club. And that's good. He's performing well. Yeah, also Radek Vitek. Radek Vitek is performing well. When he comes next season, he'll be told, okay, now you are number 2 to Lamens. You've played well on loan. Now you have to fight for your place in the first team. There is always a danger of giving academy players first. Like Garnacho, if he worked hard via loans, substitutions, I'm sure he wouldn't be having this attitude problem. Like right now, Garnacho is performing well at Chelsea because he's seen that he has to work hard for it. It's not like the way he was at United. He's guaranteed to start games. Yeah, simple as that. Let's see. We have also Kazungu 001Ke. Thanks for joining the UKG Squad on TikTok. Exit 16. Good to see you. You're saying I prefer we get an overhaul of the midfield. It will happen. It's early to judge Sheshko in less than 15 games played. He's still young and under pressure. Yeah. I agree with you, Gia. Guys were too critical on Sheshko because of 2 games. Because of 2 games. No one complained about him previously. When he scored 2 goals, no one came and said, oh, he's not quite ready. When he played well and assisted Mbumo in the Brighton game, no one came out to say that he's not ready. But because the media has polluted our thinking, polluted our views, I keep saying, the media will change you. I've done a bit of studying when it comes to media and the psychology of the media. The media can make you believe anything they want. For example, let me just digress a bit from football. Right now, there is a consumerism kind of attitude. The media will make you believe that Samsung S25 is better than Samsung S21. And you will be convinced that you need to buy that new phone. They will tell you, the marketing team and the media will convince you that the latest phone is better than the one you have. And in fact, you'll start seeing that your current phone is even slower. So you believe that a newer phone, the newest phone, will be better than the one you had. You look at these devices, the camera is the same. Camera is the same. The camera is the same. You spend a lot of money to buy a feature. Let's say you spend 300,000 Kenya shillings to buy a phone just because it has AI features, it has better zoom. But how often do you use those features? So similar with the media. Because right now they are looking for something to criticize United. I mean, on Wednesday, a whole 45-minute show to discuss about United, then 10 minutes to talk about Liverpool, 5 minutes to talk about Newcastle. Liverpool have lost, 7 of their last 8 games? Or is it 6 of their last 8 games? But they speak about United. And then, of course, because they want clicks, they'll target someone like Sheshko. What has changed with Amorim? The other day, they were saying the system is not working. So now they can't say it's the system because United have gone 5 games unbeaten. So they'll have to look for the next scapegoat, which is Sheshko. Or if Sheshko would have scored, United could have won. No. Sheshko didn't score 2 own goals so that Tottenham go 2-1. No, Tottenham dominated United. United were pathetic in defense. It doesn't mean that if Sheshko scored that goal, it went to 2-1 or 2-0. It doesn't guarantee that United could have won. No. Simple as that. So the media will make you believe even the grass is red. You see that it is green, but they tell you it is red. And you will believe because the media, there is a whole psychology of the media. There is a whole psychology of marketing. I'll give an example, guys, in Kenya. And I gave this example last time. Whenever you see a shop painted green, the first thing that comes to your mind is Safaricom. It might not even be Safaricom shop or an M-Pesa shop. But the fact that you see green, your mind hits that, hey, that must be an M-Pesa shop. Simple as that. So the media will, the fact that you keep reading one thing over and over and over, you'll get convinced. So I agree with Gia there. Sheshko is not bad. He's not. Because of that one miss. No, he's not. He's a good player. He's a good player. So you want to tell me Sheshko is worse than Isak? Come on, guys. Alitha, you're saying, Walai, something about English players, the hype, the noise, but in reality, low technicality, injury prone, ghosting. Yeah. The English media will make their players look like world class. You remember the It's Coming Home in the last World Cup? It's coming home, it's coming home. They convinced everyone England will win the World Cup. Then what happened? Convinced everyone they will win the Euros. Then what happened? They started blaming the manager. Oh, he has a good pool of players. He has the best players in the world, English player. He has the Premier League players. The Premier League is the best league in the world. No, the Premier League is not the best league in the world. if you watch La Liga, if you watch Bundesliga, if you watch the French league, they play much better football than Premier League. Premier League is ball forward, tackling, long throws, corners. But you watch, like, I'll give you an example. Wait for La Liga next weekend. Just choose, let's say, Valencia versus Elba, or Real Sociedad versus Sevilla. Those guys play beautiful football, technical football, patterns, tactics. But Premier League, pop, 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 long throws. Well, like Arsenal is top of the table because of set pieces. Imagine that. Would Real Madrid and Barcelona be top of the table, or even PSG or Bayern be top of the table because of set pieces? The Premier League is not the best league in the world. The media makes you believe that. Hope Martinez will be back. Yeah, he'll be back in December. That's what they're saying. Currently, Isak and Witz are underperforming, and the English media are silent. I'll tell you the truth. Florian Witz is not underperforming. I said it as banter, but now let me speak as a neutral football fan. Florian Witz is not underperforming. What metrics are they using to judge him? Goals and assists. But Florian Witz is the engine of Liverpool. I want you to go and watch highlights of Liverpool or full matches. Florian Witz is the engine of that midfield. And there are a couple of chances that Salah failed to give Florian Witz. Florian Witz would have had 5 goals in the Premier League. It was just a matter of slipping him in a through pass, he taps in. But they want to score for themselves. The media right now is saying Florian Witz is not performing, or guys are bantering him. Like myself, I did that. But in honesty, Florian Witz is performing well. It's just that he doesn't have a goal and assist. And that's the one we are using to judge him by. Of course, he needs to score a lot of goals. He needs to give a lot of assists based on the amount. But you look at how Florian Witz is playing. His passes are... That guy usually has 80% plus pass completion. I remember there is a game he had a 92% pass completion rate. That's crazy. That's Bruno kind of levels. He's the engine of that Liverpool attack. He's involved in a lot of Liverpool attacks. But because he doesn't score, he doesn't assist, yes, we'll say he's underperforming, but that's the only metric we are judging him by. But if you are to judge entire metrics, Florian Witz is very, very good. He's very, very good. Yeah, I need to read the comments quite fast because we are past the hour. No, Stiller and Baleba are different. Yeah, to some extent. But when you look at the comparison charts, I wish I could display it, you will see a lot of similarities. In terms of defense, in terms of attacks, in terms of ball carrying, in terms of duels. When I look at their profiles, when I looked at them, Baleba, Wharton, and Stiller, they had similar numbers in all those metrics. But when you put in now Elliot Anderson, you find that defensively he's way better than the three. Yeah. Stiller is more of a playmaker and Baleba is more of a destroyer. Yeah. But Baleba, one thing I've noticed is he tackles and he carries the ball. For me, Baleba is a better ball carrier than Stiller. Because Baleba can dribble past players. Baleba can be able to find a pass, can be able to bomb into the attacking areas and score a goal or create a chance. Stiller is more of a silky player. Stiller reminds me of this Javi Alonso. He's that kind of profile where he'll tackle, he'll take his time on the ball, pass. He's a clean player. Baleba, yes, in terms of tackling, he's very aggressive. But in terms of asking him to play as a defensive midfielder, there are some question marks there. But if you ask him to be that box-to-box, tackle, ball, carry, take it forward, Baleba is one of the best in that field. What about the midfielder we bought from Colombia? I think, yeah, He's good. Orozco is good, but he's still young. He needs time to adapt. Even if he comes to United, he won't play immediately because he's 17. He's 17. He can't come to England until he's 18 because of Brexit rules. So even if he comes, we won't see him for the next two seasons or so. Kingsley Asante, thanks for joining the UKG squad. For our midfield, get me Adam Wharton and Carlos Baleba, then Ugarte and Kobbie as backups. Again, look at Wharton and Carlos Baleba's metrics. Similar. Adam Wharton and Baleba are similar players. The truth is that United content sell more than any club's contents. That's true. Silas. That's very, very true. Then you're saying the market pool of our club is insane, honestly. Yeah, because United sell. I remember back then during Fergie's days, it was called the Queen's Club. They sell. In fact, the Champions League right now is not interesting because United are not there. Remove United from the Premier League. What content do they have? Mashka, you are saying Seshko is a good player. Litha, you are saying Shaw, Phil Jones, Rhys James, Maguire, Mount, Saka. Injuries tupu. Yeah. And remember how they hyped them up. Silas Staffy, thanks for joining the UKG squad. Paul Gadhi, good to see you. The media ate up Maguire, but they never said anything about Nicolas Pepe, Arsenal's flop of the same season, same price of over £70 million. Very, very true. Sam, thanks for joining the UKG squad. Then Paul goes on and says, I agree that Florian Wirtz is not underperforming. I've also watched him. Yeah. In fact, whenever you hear me talking badly about Florian Wirtz, just know I'm a United fan bantering a rival club. But if I speak as neutral, Florian Wirtz is playing well. Yeah, Florian Wirtz ako sawa, I concur. Liverpool fans want Wirtz to be as good as Thiago Alcantara was. You remember what I was saying about signings not working out? Remember Thiago Alcantara at Barca and Bayern. And now compare him to him at Liverpool. He didn't work out at Liverpool. Yes, he had some good performances here and there, but it didn't work out. But Florian Wirtz will be good. Trust me, he will be good. He will justify the 150 million. Trust me. Manchester United, there you go. Let's see. I wish Martinez was there in the Man City game. Too early. We need more of Premier League proven. It's working for us. Yes, it is. The problem with Premier League is the United tax. As I end the show. So, whenever United target a midfield, let's say not even a midfielder, United target a Premier League player, trust me, £30 million will automatically be added. Automatically, just like that. The United tax. Just like that. So, United have been facing that issue, and it's our own undoing. It's United's own undoing because of the way they used to overpay for players. So when you see these figures that Anderson is 100, Baleba is 100, Wharton is 80, I don't think United will pay that much. So when you see those rumors of United are going to bid 100 million plus for a player, Ineos won't do that. They'd rather take 50-50 and buy two talents, than spending 100 on one player. You're asking, what do you think of Sekukone? He's good. I've watched a couple of his games in the under-21s. He's good, he's measured, he's a good destroyer. Him and Baleba are similar. So basically, Sekukone and Baleba are similar. It's just that now Sekukone is taller and he seems more physical. Based on the under-21 levels I've watched, he seems to be more physical than Baleba. And you know Baleba is already physical. So, Kone is good. He's fast. He's calm on the ball. He's very good under pressure. He can spot a pass. He can play through balls. The only difference between him and Baleba is the height, physicality, as well as ball carrying ability. Baleba has better ball carrying ability than Sekukone. Sekukone is good in terms of sweeping up, taking the ball, then passing it out. Royski 254, thanks for joining the UKG Squad on TikTok. And that's it for today. It's been Chaos Squad Ground. We've been discussing about midfield options. A lot of midfielders have been linked to United. That's it for today. Unfortunately, we don't have any football this weekend, but we are always here. We are always live. So make sure you turn on the notifications so that when we go live, you are aware. We always go live at 9 p.m. Kenyan time. Unfortunately, we were unable to do the live watch along of Nigeria-Gabon game last night. But yeah, we had to do this show. So long live Manchester United, nimechelewa. Don't worry. We are always live at 9 p.m. So put your notifications on, follow the stream. Also head over to YouTube, click the like button. We also post some other videos there. And Bill Eve has joined the UKG Squad on TikTok. So until next time, guys, cheers, bye-bye, and enjoy your weekend.